Hey everyone, thanks for watching one with me. Today we're looking at the Aragon Hiro. That's not H-E-R-O, but H-I-R-O. Now, what makes a Hiro are typically the indices are made out of this loom material. So the entire indice, in this case Arabics, are totally glow in the dark. They charge up and they give you a nice glow. Even in the daytime, if you're in the shade, you'll see a nice soft glow. It's really neat. I was out hiking with my daughter and she's like, "Dad, that watch is even glowing now." And I was like, whoa. The other unique thing about this watch release was Aragon released it without a bracelet or a strap. That way you'd have a really good price and then you could pick from whichever category you like. You know, recently I discovered that some people don't like straps. They only like bracelets, which is kind of odd to me. Seems like you're either on one side or the other. With this watch, I decided to pick a strap that had that oyster flex sort of look. I put it on a deployment clasp. It's not fitted to the case, you know, there's like a little gap, but it looks pretty dang cool. And I think for this red dial, it was a really good match. So, but on that bracelet versus strap thing, I like either. I guess it just depends on the type of watch that it is and maybe the kind of colors that it has on the dial. Sometimes I think a strap accentuates the colors and really makes it look more eye-catching. And then other times, perhaps a stainless or other colored bracelet might look better. So, hey, you know, you pick what you like. So, anyways, getting back to the watch, this is a biggin. The case size on this watch is 50 millimeters. Lug tip to lug tip, we're looking at 56 millimeters. Case thickness on this watch is 15 millimeters. Most of that is because the bezel is stacked on top of the actual case, as you see here. It's a beautiful design, very nice. The one thing about it is, though, the tip to tip being 56 millimeters, I think it's a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. Part of that might be my wrist shape. You know, we all have a little bit, you know, some differences in our wrist shape, so that might apply to you or might not. I found it to be the same feel or the same level of discomfort with either the bracelet or the strap. Now, the reason I didn't apply a quick adjust clasp, you know, those rectangular shaped clasp like you find on a Rolex, I didn't use one of those with this because the lug width on this case is 24 millimeters. You can't get those type of clasps on a 24 millimeter width. I was able to get the profile of the oyster flex, which I really like that look, but I could only use a regular deployment clasp. And I do recommend deployment clasps with any watch that uses a strap. It prevents the strap from getting, you know, worn. The tang goes into the little hole there and it kind of stretches them out and stuff. You don't get that with the deployment clasp. It's a lot nicer and I think it looks a lot more refined. So, anyways, thanks for watching the video. I hope you like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments. And I hope you guys check these out. They're really neat watches. They have a few colors left. They're on sale right now. So in closing, if you're looking for a really cool dive watch, something out of the norm, something with really cool crown guards like this one here, in a kind of a layered design with an embossed bezel and giant, beautiful numerals that are made out of loom, then you found yourself a really cool watch. Right now they have a couple of colors left. Like I was saying, I recommend check them out before they're gone. This red one is sold out. There's still a silver, I think a lavender, and one other color. But go over to Aragon and see what you find. All right, guys, have a good one.